Welcome to Insert Media here, Indigenous Youth in the Nation's Capital. My name is Tyler Compton. Last week we visited an art show called Horse by Archer Pachowis at the Saw Video Gallery here in Ottawa. Here's some footage of the show.
The following story should be true. After decades of war, we set down our weapons and made the Medicine Lodge Treaty with the Americans. I was one of the many who argued against signing. My entire family had been rubbed out at Sand Creek, and I did not trust the white men. But having known nothing but war all my 19 summers, I too longed for peace. Eventually, I accepted the counsel of my elders and urged the other young men to recognize the truce. I married into Black Kettle's band, and after the summer buffalo hunt, we set up our winter camp on the Washita River, well within the territory set out for us. In November, I came across 3 antelope grazing near the river. Unslinging my bow, I killed 2, missing the third. But instead of fleeing, he cocked his head at me and said, "Soon?" I asked. But the antelope said nothing more before bounding away. I returned to our camp, and after feasting on antelope meat with my family, I smoked and meditated on this all evening, until I fell asleep. I awoke in the night with a strong sense of unease I couldn't place. All around me, my extended family slept peacefully. I dressed quietly, slipped out of the teepee into the cold, crisp night, and walked to where I had tethered my pony. On seeing me with his big, clear eyes, he said, "Father, take me down to the water, for I am thirsty." I did as he asked, and as we walked to the river, he said, "We are in for a big fight. Today will be a day to remember." I said, "Oh, what you hear is just the herd of your brothers and cousins. Come, I will show you." I mounted up, and we started out of the cottonwood grove where we were camped. But when we looked up to where our pony herd was, I saw a great line of horses galloping towards us. In the pre-dawn light, I assumed Pawnee raiders had stampeded our herd and made to wheel around to get my rifle and raise the alarm. But before I could direct my horse back to camp, the strangest thing happened. Impossibly, I heard a brass band playing the very own. At the first strains of music, the horses opened fire. It was George Armstrong Custer's 7th Cavalry. Raving egomaniac that he was, Custer had brought an entire brass band into the field with him. Their music was the signal to attack. My pony screamed, "I told you!" and took off across the valley. Faster than any horse could go, the sound of his hoofs louder than thunder. He raced towards the cavalry line, and seeing me on his back, they began to fire at us. The air filled with bullets, but my pony only went faster. And then suddenly he stopped and reared, throwing me, and let out a long, unearthly whinny so loud I thought I would go deaf. Out of nowhere, the ponies from our camp joined the cavalry mares, and together they stampeded the soldiers, kicking and biting and stamping. The air filled with the sound of gunfire, the screams of men and horses. Into this slaughter rode Custer with his reserve force, thinking his men were being ambushed, but their horses went strange too, and I saw Custer being bucked off his beautiful white charger. He leapt to his feet, his left arm hanging at an unnatural angle, and began screaming orders, but the bugler's horn was crushed under a regulation U.S. Army horseshoe. Custer was staring down at his shattered arm, a look of confusion on his face, when he vanished in the swirling carnage. "Soldiers of the U.S. Army! There will be no more fighting. We will take you back to your fort, and from there, you will return to your homes. The Horse Nation no longer does your bidding." The soldiers stopped as one. The warriors stopped as one. It was not odd to them that my pony could speak, but no one had ever seen the horse people behave in this way, and they were awed by the power of this medicine. Seeing the defeated American soldiers, they lowered their weapons. My pony came back to me. See how it is today. We, the horse people, have suffered greatly for you. Many are dead. Hear me now, and know this thing. Just as you were amazed by the events of this day, you will forget. Despite the sacrifice we have made for you today, you will forget. And surely as the sun will rise, the time will come when you abandon us, the horse people, for machines of your own making. And surely as you abandon us for these machines, you will abandon your own selves for them. You will come to believe these machines are your relations, and you will alter yourselves to be like them, thinking this will make you stronger. You will change your own minds, you may speak with them and they to you, and on this day, you will forever lose your relation to us and to all the animal people. Hear me now, and beware. Never will your machines show you loyalty, nor love. Never will they come to your aid in the time of need as the horse people have done today. I would like for you to remember these words, that you will forget.
Welcome back to Insert Media here. You just watched a clip of Horse. Now here's Zoe with an interview with Archer.
Hello, I'm Zoe Trudeau, here with Insert Media here, and I'm talking to Archer Pachawis. We just watched your presentation, Horse. Would you like to talk about it, possibly?
Sure. I made Horse as a response to two things. An image I saw in the paper of American soldiers, Special Forces soldiers, on horseback in Afghanistan, and I was really upset by it because I felt they were trying to frame the invasion of Afghanistan like it was the Wild West, like that was somehow a good thing. And that and a scene from the book Little Big Man by Thomas Berger. And that's where the inspiration came from.
Perhaps I should talk about that device.
Okay. What the drum does is this little black thing here is just a TV screen, so when the machine's running, the video that's playing plays on here so I know where I am in the story. And that way I don't have to look at the big video projection. So I can just watch the drum, and I'm playing the drum, and I can watch what's going on here. And there's 12 pads around the drum. Actually, I should show you the camera. So there's 12 pads on the drum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pads. And you see each one's got a label on it. That's just so I know which one does what, so I don't make mistakes. So this fires a video, and then when I get to the next part in the story, with this keyword here, I hit that and it crossfades to the next chunk of the video, and on through. These ones here, however, are just sounds. So that's an audio cue in the show. That's an audio cue. That's an audio cue. And this one doesn't do anything right now, and this one stops all the sounds. So that's how it works. When I hit the pad, it's a drum that fires off video samples.
That reminds me of Rock Band, actually, the little touchpad thing.
Similar.
So, did it take you long to come up with that? Where did you get the electronic stuffy?
This is something I've been working with in different ways since the mid-90s. So quite a while now, coming on 15, 16 years. And this particular drum, I bought the parts from electronic stores and just put them together.
Another part of your show was whenever you spoke for the horses and the ponies, you used some sort of distorter or auto-tune?
Yeah, it's just a vocal processor. So what would happen is when I speak in different voices, I just click a switch with my foot and it changes the sound of my voice.
The first time I did it, I was like, what? And then it was really creepy, and I was like, oh, that's neat.
Nice.
Yeah, I like the horses talking. But the horses themselves, the horse people and the horse nation, was that any general demographic or any certain person you think? Was it speaking to anyone in particular?
For me, the idea was to reinforce it does a few things. It reinforces our connection as Native people to the spirit world and to the animal world. But it's also about I think, very much about the ancestors speaking through the horse to warn us and to guide us.
what I was thinking. Well, that's how I interpret it, is because like my grandfather wasn't very fond of like using the television or VCR. He didn't know how to operate it, and he disregarded technology, and he thought it was a nuisance to our society. He was a very old-fashioned man. He worked on the ships and helms and stuff. But yeah. So does that stem from possible backgrounds and influential things you've had in your lifetime?
Oh, for sure. I've been interested in doing technical art for a long time. So when I got this idea, I knew right away it was something I wanted to do. Like I got the idea back in probably 1994.
That's good. So the political aspects of that came later and after that.
Oh no, the political aspects of it were always part of it. I make political work. That's the kind of art that I make. I also do new media, like web stuff and CD-ROM work and things like that. And it's usually political.
For more information on Archer Pachowis, visit his website, www.apxo.net. Hi, my name is Tyler Compton, and right now I got Monique Menashe with me.
I'm the Executive Director of Indigenous Culture and Media Innovations, or also known as ICMI. And today we're talking about the Indigenous Interactive Multimedia Program. And that is an 8-month program which will start in July and run until next February. It's specifically for the Indigenous community, for people who want to come out and get a certificate. It's in partnership with Carleton University. And there are 4 months in class and 4 months placement. So as a result of taking this training, people can apply to post-secondary, either university or college. They will also gain entry-level skills, so for employment, if people want to go look for a job afterwards. Because of the certificate, we are able to help people get funded through either their band or Kajita Meekum or an Aboriginal funding body. The courses are, Photoshop, Illustrator, computer graphics, web design, video production, all that sort of thing. It's being held at the Odawa Friendship Center, and we're working with Carleton to develop placements for everybody once they're finished their in-class segment.
How would somebody interested in this program sign up? Well,
they can either phone 866-529-0260, or they can email indigenousinnovations@gmail.com. And they can go to our website, www.icmi.ca.
Thank you, Monique Menashe, for coming in, talking about your program.
Do you love computers? Do you want a certificate for something you love? Create animation with Flash. Design web pages in Dreamweaver. Want to know more?
If you would like to know more about the Indigenous Interactive Multimedia Program, visit www.icmi.ca/IIMMP. Welcome back to Insert Media Here. We're in the kitchen with Cezine.
And this is
Anna?
As she's setting up, let's watch a clip on how to extract maple from trees.
Bluebirds flying by my window, bluest I've ever seen, and I need to remember everything.
this is my paddle. It's what I taste with and check the syrup for. But yeah, once we bring it in, we boil it down some more. We're trying to get the nice glaze on this paddle. As you can see, it's starting to stick, but as we go down some more, as it boils down some more, it's gonna get thicker and thicker.
Now that we have the maple, what are we going to make, Cezine?
Spinach salad with a maple vinaigrette. So we're gonna start with some oil, definitely. Balsamic vinegar and maple syrup. Start off with some extra olive oil. Extra virgin, I mean.
We'll do 1/3 of a cup.
Alrighty. Okay, so while she's preparing the vinaigrette, I'm just gonna cut up some baby tomatoes that we're gonna throw into our baby spinach.
We'll do 1/4 of a cup of balsamic vinegar.
Maple syrup.
Thank you. Can I get the mustard too, please?
Oh, mustard.
Excellent.
And what kind of mustard is it?
It's grainy mustard. We'll do a big heaping spoonful.
So we're gonna put in about 1/2 cup of baby tomatoes. And we're adding garlic to the vinaigrette.
Okay, so we'll add a 1/4 cup of the maple syrup.
Is that one smushed enough? So I'll chop up your garlic for you. Is that good? How much would you like?
Yes, that's good.
3's good? Okay. So we're just gonna finely chop the garlic. Okay, so just finally chop this really quick, and I think that is good enough. There you go. Voila,
Perfect.
garliced out. Is that good?
Check to taste it.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Okay, so we're just gonna add,
Put the salad together.
yeah, I'm gonna finish it off. Put walnuts and some strawberries. Should we toss it or should we just eat it like this? Just kidding.
Toss and serve.
Toss and serve. Here you go. And there you go. That's like the easiest spinach salad ever with a maple mustard vinaigrette. Voila. Done.
And when we come back, we'll be making maple creme brulee.
Welcome back. My name is Sezen Nadoy,
And I'm Anna Cody.
and we're going to make maple creme brulee. So I'm going to start off with turning on this stove. Okay, it's working.
I'll
Okay.
start cracking the egg yolks.
Okay, she'll be using 4 eggs. We're just gonna take the yolk. So while she's doing that, I'm going to boil down some of this maple syrup. We're just gonna boil down a little bit for about 2 minutes. And it'll be about, let's just say 1/2 cup. Give or less, give or take, yeah. I've prepared a water basin right here because that's where we're gonna put our creme brulee, and we're gonna cook it at 325 for 40 minutes.
We're just mixing the eggs.
So we're gonna put in the milk now. Cup of milk. And give me some cream, Anna. Give me 1/2 cup of cream. Just keep that stirring constantly. Love maple
Half
syrup.
a cup of cream.
Thank you for my cream. So here we go. Okay, so we're gonna gradually pour this in. Thank you, Anna.
I'll pour you with.
Okay. Okay, so slowly. There we go. We don't want to cook the egg yolks, so that's why we're pouring it in there slowly. There you go. You could start pouring it lots now. Good stuff. So this recipe makes 4 creme brulees, this size ramekins. So we're just gonna pour that in now. Fill those up to the top. Let's see, try not to waste it because this is good stuff. Here we go.
So we're gonna let this cook for 35 minutes and we'll be right back.
Do you love computers? Do you want a certificate for something you love? Mix music in Sound Booth. Edit your videos in Premiere Pro. Want to know more?
If you would like to know more about the Indigenous Interactive Multimedia program, visit www.icmi.ca/IIMMP.
Hi and welcome back. We just took our creme brulee out of the oven and set it in the fridge for about an hour. Now Susan's going to brulee the tops.
Yeah, so to show you really quick how to actually make the brulees of this, you're gonna need a handheld torch. Hopefully I don't burn myself. So I make this stuff for my catering, Wawate Catering, and I'll use again my homemade maple syrup, because I just love it. That
Beautiful.
looks good, but I want more brulee going on. It's missing sugar. So what you want to do with the creme brulees is you want to get a nice sugary topping to that. There you go. It's looking better.
Sugar and cream, you can't get any better than that.
Nope. Voila, here's our little creme brulee, maple creme brulee.
Thanks for watching Insert Media here, Indigenous Youth in the Nation's Capital.
Insert media here, and that's a wrap.